out. Minnesota
The battle
leaders will
starts
hold
in
a
5,
press conference on the
4,
future of DHS
3,
agents in
2,
the state. We're
1.
going to bring that to you live.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
That future looks like
Once I see blind,
surging hundreds of additional agents into Minneapolis to support the ongoing ICE operations there.
the Cosmos heals.
Last week's shooting.
Put some pep in
And
my
it
step.
comes from 6 press conference today. Comes after getting new witness video of Renee Hill before the shooting. She can be seen on the vehicle, blocking agents for several minutes.
You don't want to hit me more than I have to.
Pursuit of her own car home. You know, all the behavior of a legal observer. There's a weird kind of smugness, by the way, in the way some of these liberal white women interact with
Standing
healing
power.
I
am at your service.
A joke. Can turn to violence.
The Cosmos heals.
No longer on the edge of violence.
Jimmy Joe spotted bad guys.
Pep in my step.
They think they have a hall pass to the possibility of blocking cops or using their powers as
Quantum Machina.
tragic.
Much better.
I'll get that vehicle to its destination.
Speaking to people there, and speaking of, by the way, women protesters, and
My soul is cleansed. Now you see the same for me. How's my brother?
he was moving, and he sounded maybe a bit
Healing
also like a driver.
Anybody can see that this victim is not a terrorist.
Wait!
Goodness,
We are in this together.
Brace up
with victory! Feel my power.
3-point turn or 4-point turn is domestic terrorist, and my wife is a criminal every single day.
He wasn't alone. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar,
Enemies on approach.
rather demonstrated, but she did have her own play-by-play.
Follow us, mighty Ratatouille. I feel better already. Quantum Machina. You are safe now, my friend.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Nice going, Weathered.
She tries to turn the wheel away, and then you see the other officer.
There's another one. Born again! Of my brother. The Cosmos heals. It's the layer of us. One in my sights.
Second chances.
Nice.
You are safe now, my friend.
Born again!
Vehicle reached the checkpoint.
Maximum sacred again! 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 Destiny awaits. Quantum Magic. That put a spring in my step?
The fact that guns were used to shot each other this way is the most horrifying part.
Assemble!
Why do law enforcement officials carry a gun? They seem to have lost the plot. While, meantime, leftist protesters have lost their mind. Earlier today, there was an unserious
Unlikely allies. I have spotted it.
later released after being taken into custody for blocking traffic. Some are shown and showing off
Cosmic might returns.
protesting riot with their baby
Stay hitting real
I am ready to put on a show.
Just the boost I need. Some assistance, please. Just what Gambit was looking for. Unite.
From here coming in and telling us to do
Healing power.
You get away! You get away! You get away!
Used to work in the dark.
really important for Americans to
Cosmic might return.
That's it. Don't let anything stand in your way.
transparency that we need. What we have seen in Minneapolis
close. This is your big chance.
Born again!
Disappear!
Donation Maximum pulse!
I need healing. Second chance.
Fast! Grace us with victory!
Your safe now, my
We have self-esteem, thanks to the officer.
Another epic victory. They ain't win.
Exactly what went on that day in Minneapolis. So there is a all of this maybe completely
Just want to say thank you for what you're doing. You know, we're praying for everybody, but also for you. And just thank you. I know it's not easy. We're not taking sides in any of this, but we know that it is not bless you for just bless him and keep him safe. And Lord, we pray for eternity, that there would be love between the people and the officers. In Jesus' name.
You'll need a top-notch team
Not
to
so
win this
beautiful.
one.
Did you watch the Golden Globes? The Golden Globes apparently were last night, and there was a big display of celebrities decrying murder in Minneapolis. It's something that we've heard a lot about. Of course, we heard it mostly from Democrat politicians. Murder.
It is
I will bring
egregious.
peace to this
It was
universe,
an
no
outright
matter the
murder.
cost.
saw today is a murder.
That ICE agent murdered a woman in Minneapolis.
When I look
Your
at that
job.
video, I see murder.
Maybe people felt like that makes people less knowledgeable.
I will
presumably.
leave this universe a better place than it was before I was created.
People in pop culture, people at the Golden Globes.
30
People who
seconds
feel
before
they
you
can be
attack.
reckless of
Get ready.
language, no consequences.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to
I
subscribe
am happy
to
you are
Fox
here,
News
Susan.
YouTube page
You have
and
been a
catch
tr-
our
I will
honest
bring
interviews
peace
and
to-
most compelling analysis.
We sure a long way from the Big Easy.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area.
Welcome
Got
to
it?
Power Hour. I'm Gabriella Power. Thank you,
don't
for
have
your
to be
company.
humble
Well,
to be a
Israel's
hero.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has announced Israel will be ending trade barriers
Enemy
and tariffs.
located.
Happy to help.
Dealing some serious damage. Gambit got your back. Unlucky for you.
Center of global negotiations, forcing allies to consider their trade relationships. Leverage back on the table, and now Israel's decision today.
Just who Gambit was looking for.
Absolutely. Ultimately, we have to remember it. Trump, before he was the best president, was in fact.
Everybody needs a hand.
And today, all the days and Trump implemented the tariffs in service to liquefy that this is indeed a reciprocal tariff. It's not only that affects the
Now you need to say
kind of give you a taste of your own medicine. So Netanyahu was one great example of one of the first leaders to come out and say, well, if we give you zero tariffs, let's call your club with zero tariffs.
never fall! Now you do the same with me. Wait! That hit unlucky for you.
I don't think that's a welcoming committee.
Donald Trump and Netanyahu also spoke about Gaza. Thinks that it will stop at some point, and he also spoke about his
counting on you,
solutions for Gaza.
We saving
Help
that.
get that vehicle to the destination.
Palestinians and move them around Gambit coming back for more.
In Gaza. What do you make of what Trump is putting forward, what he had to say at the White House?
That's better.
First and foremost, I really admire his humanity. You know, when he talks about the
You have earned your eternal rest, brother.
he always talks about the senseless murders and deaths from all the bombs. And when he speaks about that, he talks about all the individuals' lives don't need to end in this war. Yes, of course, because Israel is very close to winning this war. Because everybody just wants to get their hands in Gaza and help.
Gambit coming back for more.
Problem of getting Hamas out of power, but what's next? And can we keep Hamas out of power? So Trump has put forward a plan that Americans can take it, and we know Americans can surely handle the threat of terrorism in Yemen. But he also mentioned that most of the time pressure. If he's open to encouraging other countries to step in, join us in helping Gaza dispersing the Palestinians throughout other countries.
Get them people moving again!
Can't keep this Cajun down for long.
I think all the countries who claim to be so pro-Palestine should be more open to accepting the refugees.
Lucky draw.
Yeah, absolutely. Trump's message today certainly putting pressure on those countries.
Get them people moving again!
Now, another four Colombian Americans who've had their freedom.
You know you had that coming.
This totem must reach its destination.
Protest.
Gambit got your back.
50 is too low of a number to make me satisfied, but I think Marco Rubio said it best. He mentioned over and over that a visa is a privilege.
You're halfway there. Keep going!
America is giving you an opportunity to come to our country and give you the opportunity to come to a great school
Grace us with victory.
and study and learn something and master anything.
False charge! Fire!
And you start vandalizing buildings, causing riot, promoting violence, changing globalized
Lucky draw.
you have the privilege for this country. And she was a symbol.
Disappear! Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Hundreds, if not thousands,
I am Asgard's might.
I am ready to put on a show!
Never fall. Gambit got your back. Long's living up to her name.
And I have one question. Where the is Gen Z? These people are cheering, they're talking like it's just the 60s, it's just like the 60s, and they're having conversations like I'm being watched. I feel like I'm being watched here. There's no youth here. It's all and then seniors, and God bless everybody who showed up today behind the wheel.
That's it! Don't let anything
Keep on tunnel. Ain't nobody stealing Gambit's chance to win.
Your government that they are outnumbered.
Emily, what do you make of this? As we saw, that feels good. The enemy has
Got good.
any country in the Middle East other than
Ooh, wait. That hit the spot.
That's what the fun
Americans are really behind on this.
Lucky draw.
I'm actually
Only 60 seconds left.
to see his approval rating went up to Harris, which makes me a bit relieved because I figured it
Get that vehicle moving again! You are nothing!
But I'm confident growing teams, and I'm glad that we're starting to see a little bit more of the
But,
you know, before something gets better, it has to break a little bit. And I think Trump is
Down to
kind of
30
testing the
seconds.
limits of other countries to see where he can be at a negotiating point. But
We
since
almost out of
Netanyahu
time,
came out,
isn't he?
since the EU came out, I think the
Get
goal
that
is to
vehicle moving again!
lower how other countries are.
气贯长虹 There is never fall!
I am ready to put on a show!
Now you
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner!
You were a fine captain. Emily, before I let you go, I just have to ask you about Snow White. Disney's Snow White remake is on track to lose $115 million, according to Deadline. It cost more than $400 million to make the film, but then it also includes another $270 million.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Production costs and another $140 million in promotional-related costs. The film is, of course, the lowest IMDb rating of all time, sitting at 1.6 out of 10. What do you put down to? Surprise? Blame Disney or Rachel Zegler for this?
I do blame Disney. I blame them for casting someone as woke as her. I blame them for taking the route of wokeness. I want to remind the viewers, Snow...
All right, Madeline Rivera, live from Washington. Maddie, thank you. Let's bring in former Deputy National Security Advisor and Heritage
You'll need a
Foundation
top-notch
Vice President
team to win
Victoria
this
Porter.
one.
Victoria, good morning. It's great to see you. Let's start with this latest information that Maddie just mentioned about what Iran's foreign minister is saying today, that protests in the country are actually, quote, under control, and they are now working to restore internet access across Iran. Are you buying that?
Well, good morning, Carly. Good to be with you.
Make way for the king of
I mean,
teams.
this is the third week of protests. This is the most sustained protests we've seen in Iran since 1979. This is in no way under control. But the
Time to see if your boy Gambit can steal us a win.
They have the internet costs them billions of dollars. It essentially shuts down their economy.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Get back on, or else they're simply going to run out of money. So this is more on.
Bet
them
you
than
got a
it is
vibranium
some kind of
fortune stockpiled in that
acknowledgement
space
that they're in
palace of
control
yours,
the country.
no?
I think what we need is more sustained
But
pressure.
even that is not as
President Trump
precious
has spent
as a
more for
single
these
penny.
protesters than any American president in history.
Must be
already,
some
and he's
plan.
prepared to do more.
Wouldn't mind laying my eyes, or maybe my hands.
The battle starts in 5,
Here's the president
4,
on that list.
3, 2, 1.
Why would they do that? We'll consider things targets they wouldn't
Prowling the
they wouldn't
streets of
believe.
NYC.
If they do that,
Now we're talking.
Feeling fantastic.
Hey, hitting real hard. Broke the turret. Punisher's mobile again. Enemies on your tail. Gambit got your back. Just the boost I need.
And what's more is we have a partner in the region that also reach out and touch the money. That's this one. And so this will be implemented against
We got you, Herbie. Don't you I am Now you do the same for me, Lee.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
He's saying, I will negotiate if they want to talk, he'll talk. But if they refuse to come to the table and stop the and he's going to strike them, and they know that.
You know, Victoria, one of the things that I was wondering about, since
Almost there. Don't turn that
Gambit never falls!
Supernova! Behold! Exile! Discussed in that meeting will rightly remain secret, and that's as it should be. But for the regime to know that the American
Can't keep this cage down below.
all the people, I might add, who planned the Maduro operation, are getting together and discussing the option. That's a good news that they should stop this crackdown. They should stop the militarization.
Get that people moving again!
Desperation! Fear Magneto! Hey, hitting real hard! Gambit never falls! Now that's Gambit got your back.
We definitely should. Now, President Diaz-Canel, the key post-Castro president of Cuba, and Castro, he is also communist. He's also...
Vehicle reaches checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
So this is...
Now you do the same for me, will you? We just gotta get wait!
To potentially a great friend. So the economic situation there is horrific. They've just lost a great patron in the form of Venezuela. So this is a time when I think we can really reach out to the people of Cuba and the American community. The Cuban American community can do so much to help them.
Solid hit, just the boost I needed.
Massive deadly
Eyes over here, s'il vous plaît.
President Trump sent a warning to Tehran, saying the
Almost
country
there.
is
Don't turn back now.
We just gotta get to a fire. Never fall! Never fall!
Behold! Exile!
Gambit got your back.
Iran, including more sanctions, cyber attacks, and even military strikes. He is not expected to make a final decision immediately, though. The briefers are Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Dan
I'm
King.
opening a portal.
Now, Trump told reporters on his way back from Mar-a-Lago last night that he is looking at some very strong options.
Ain't looking for a fight, but ain't backing down from one either.
Get that vehicle moving again!
Kill that girl. Ooh, wait, that hit the spot. Now you do the same for me, will you? Let me draw.
Report the regime has already massacred more than 500 people as protesters are defying the Ayatollah's crackdown.
Fear Magneto!
Problem solved!
Extermination! Ain't ready for Rogue to be a widow. Not yet.
So, what do you think are the realistic options that are on the table right now for President Trump? And how effective...
Just the boost I need. Needs at least.
Good morning, Charlie. First of all, I think that when we're
Get that
talking about
vehicle
this
moving
great
again!
day that the president's going to on Tuesday that's been reported, our viewership is already have options to lock in.
Helping hand. I am Gambit never falls! Supernova!
Get that vehicle moving again!
Ain't nobody stealing Gambit's James.
Only 60 seconds left.
Against regime targets to give some reprieve to the Iranian protesters. We can get Starlink in there with Elon Musk to make sure that the Iranians have the ability to
Found me someone to fight. Just the boost I need.
military strength. RGC, it's the military wing protecting the regime right now.
Got a full deck. Gambit never falls! Extermination!
So on the Starlink thing, obviously we're seeing images from Iran that the government doesn't want us to see, and some of that is getting around
The final 10 seconds!
because of some limited Starlink activity.
Behold that child! You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Again!
Double KO!
Again!
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
So we've
Helping hand. Gambit got the shield. Merci.
counter the Starlink.
Jumble up. I am Asgard's might.
Counter cyber strikes against
Now you do the same for me, Lee.
Cuba, Zero strongly suggests they make a deal.
We just gotta get to Avengers Tower.
That's it! Don't let anything stand in your way.
Extermination!
Only 60 seconds left.
Supernova! Double down. Now you do the same for me, Wee.
So close! This is your big chance!
In 2018,
Always glad to help. Never fall!
30 seconds.
The boost I need.
Behold that child! The final 10 seconds!
And thank you very much for breaking that.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
We got Fox News coverage for you. Kicking off this hour, our chief foreign correspondent Trey Yates live from Tel Aviv. But first, our senior White House correspondent Jackie Heinrich live from New York. Lawn, any idea what President Trump has in mind?
No, John, and the press secretary Caroline Leavitt said only President Trump knows what he is going to do next. She also confirmed what he told reporters on Air Force One, that Iranian leaders called him looking to, quote, negotiate. He said a meeting right now is being set up, but also the U.S. might have to take some sort of action before that meeting because of...
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
An insurgency, not a protest. That's the focus of tonight's angle. The message is clear from elected Democrats.
We are going to make sure that these people pay for what they
they have done to us.
This is, in essence, a federal invasion of the Twin Cities and Minnesota. Entire districts have had to cancel school. Enforcing federal immigration law and fighting fraud are just pretexts for this surge.
For so long, I fought for humankind's future. Our time has
All those
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
A radical ICE tracking group whose goal is to disrupt
You are a
federal law
creature of both
enforcement,
the
block
land and
vehicles,
sea,
and
just as
gin
I
up
am.
crowds to swarm them.
This whole world
Had
would
Renee
be
Good
ours if
been
we
holding a
wished to be
sign on the
one.
side of the road,
Join me in my
chanting
crusade.
even loudly, writing letters, calling Capitol Hill, she'd be alive today. But when all you hear from Democrats and social media
The battle
is that
starts in
ICE
5,
and Trump are Gestapo,
4, 3,
if you're one of these
2,
crazy lunatrons,
1.
you think that it's time to
All you
use
need to do is
nuke
capture the mission area.
or even
Got
real
it?
weapons. And I'm not just
Doom
talking
is a
about your
powerful
car.
magic adept. I expect we will face each other again.
Fathers gave us.
An opportunity for combat.
Moment that we find ourselves in right now.
The Second Amendment exists for this reason.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
The law is not going to do anything to protect the people. It is up to the people to take justice.
Capture the mission area.
Mortal pain is
They're
no match
arming
for the
up,
Sorcerer
or they're
Supreme.
pretending to arm up. Suddenly, they're for gun rights. And by the way, don't count out the foreign influences that are pushing for a government overthrow. A Chinese propagandist on TikTok is telling insurgents here to start compiling lists of likely Trump supporters.
I am
Enemy in front of us. The Punisher's armored turret is broken. Sorcerer Supreme.
If this isn't promoting an armed insurrection, I don't know what is. They start treating the Patriots as the enemies. Look what happened
Their
last
team's
week.
capture blocker has passed the halfway point.
Hotel in Minneapolis where they thought that I was staying.
Please,
Us against the world.
The Sorcerer
A few
Supreme
security
lives
guards,
once
if you
more.
watch this video, somehow held back the mob. No National Guard were called in, no police that we could see were on site. Governor House and Mayor Fry have said that ICE's footprint, though, so what happened when ICE sent only a pair of agents to a shopping area in St. Cloud on Saturday? The two ICE agents were quickly surrounded and they were pushed out by a mob screaming, all sorts of epithets at them, and it looked to be a mob of mostly Somalis. It was embarrassing. Now, this resistance,
The
this
Sorcerer
insurgence
Supreme
is
lives
organized
once more.
and well executed. It's meant to undermine our entire federal system. But we know Democrats don't care about Renee Good because to them, she was just collateral damage. She was a talking point. She's dead because of
The
her
time
choices and
entanglement
the
is a
constant
vexing
demonization
problem.
campaign that
Even for the
Democrats put out
Sorcerer
there 24/7.
Supreme.
What do they want? They want no one deported, ever.
I'm so exhausted in
30
trying
seconds
to
before
ask
you attack.
what
Get ready.
this information has led to you finding any criminals that you have indicted that explains why you are wasting so much of our taxpayer resources and also terrorizing our communities.
Terrorizing her community? Oh, really? Who's terrorizing the community?
The
Like some
battle
of the
starts in
outstanding
5,
residents
4,
that ICE has
3,
picked up recently in
2,
Minnesota?
1.
Meet Sri Dorn.
All you need to do is
He's
capture
a
the mission
Laotian
area.
illegal
Got
that
it?
DHS says was convicted of strong
Davis
arm
made plenty of
sodomy
robbers.
of a boy and
What's a few
strong arm
more?
sodomy of a girl with a deportation order on him since 2018. And then there's Gilberto Salguero,
Your medicine.
Wanda Verde, a Salvadorian illegal alien.
Judge, jury, Executioner!
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
But if you're a victim of illegal alien crime, they pretend
We better
you don't
test this
need
out.
it.
Capture the mission area!
That's why there were no liberals at vigils for Lincoln Riley. They didn't care
The
about
Sorcerer Supreme lives
They
once
pretend, though, to
more.
stand against excessive force by law enforcement. But they thought unarmed Ashley Babbitt deserved it on January 6th. The insurgents, though, they don't care about double standards. They are committed to ridding the country of Trump and his agents by any means necessary. They're listening closely because they wanted to wear vigilante justice. Listen to Elon Omar. Why do you think? Since 2024, the election there, the hard left has decided that
By the
our system is irredeemable. It's also, to them, illegitimate.
My time to shine.
77 million Americans to have voted for Trump was for that. It was just a point of no return.
The mystic arts
So
won't fail me
elections
again.
and campaigns are simply not enough for them anymore. They don't trust elections or campaigns to rid us of what their party
team's
elites were
capture
describing
progress
as
has passed the
alternatively
halfway point.
Hitler's Third Reich or the Gambino country. Again, all of this.
I am cured.
You are nothing!
Like the other.
Behold! Their child!
That the voters have the right to pick their own leaders, and that those leaders have the right to enact change or enforce laws, then you
Hands
must
are
do
shaking
everything
again.
you can
Focus.
legally to
They've
oppose the
Opening a
efforts
portal.
of the insurgents who are stirring up violence against the president and his team. That is the only way we're going to
shortcut
ensure
through
that we remain
space.
a country governed
Enemy
by
in
laws.
front of us.
By balance.
The moon haunts you! Destroy these arcs where you find them. I am strengthened.
Let's keep fighting until we have a winner.
Us against the world!
Dr. Strange is...
To the doctor's office or the hospital. How are they getting there? The transportation company, and then they got to get back home. And that patient had to get to the doctor's office. How? Transportation.
Oh, so how much are we paying the interpreters and their drivers?
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
900 of them are Somali owned. So in the second video, Nick Sherman and I went to 16 of them. I got actually think 70 of them. They don't exist.
So transportation companies that transport no one. Sounds like something we should be looking into. Democrats say no need. That would be a waste of money.
I'm so exhausted in trying to ask what any of this, information has led to you finding any.
You'll need a
criminals
top-notch
that you have
team to win this
indicted,
one.
That explains why you are wasting so much of our taxpayer resources and also terrorizing our communities.
Omar thinks it's a waste of money to catch Somalis stealing money. You know what else is a waste of money? Daycares with no kids. Democrats let Somali pirates steal billions, and now they care about taxpayer money. Whistleblowers say they warned Walls about the fraud and he ignored it. And now the hunt's on, and the bloodhound is barking.
Be wary. No timeline is a coward. I am not the man I used to be. I have found a greater cause. Would have police Be wary. No timeline exists where Magneto yields. Afraid of
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
All those crises I quietly put out, you have no idea.
But this is
Your
bigger than Walls.
death comes over
He
you
didn't
like a
rise on his
shroud.
own. Democrats power
I've had my share of loss over the years.
Maybe
Only
came
who
with
I am.
riches.
What if I
Put him
told
on the
you
throne.
I
But
could
the curtain is
return
moving, and Timmy's center stage. His worst nightmare.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready to capture the available area and extract some goodies? Let's go!
The energies of this planet are a miasma in my soul.
We've all got to acknowledge it. The fraud,
is very...
Enemy in front of
You don't
us.
have to tell Beckett twice. He's going to follow the money. Like it's the Somali mob.
I curse the darkness.
Is follow the money. Just like we follow it with the mafia, just like we follow it with the Soviets. And we will find out who's done that. I announced today
I am strengthened for battle. Leave me, darkness.
Uh-oh! The other team is extracting those resources.
Against their Islamo-fascist government. Now, I'm getting reports tonight around 2,000.
By the shades of the Seraphim, I return.
Crackdown. Multiple reports now that morgues and hospitals are overflowing, but the protests continue. President Trump is backing their fight for freedom. Take a look.
Well, Midgard has a worthy
Enemy in front of us.
They're coming from all sides.
I curse the darkness.
Heads up! The other team is ready to rumble.
State Marco Rubio clearly stated after these successful
My body is rejuvenated.
Pulse charge!
Fire! That's what happens when you pick a fight with protons.
Great job! You're loading up on resources.
And all business being done with the USA.
Looks like resources are running low. Get ready to find another available area.
The least of the Mueller's problems. According to reports tonight, President Trump has been briefed on military options against the federal government, and a new travel warning is now being issued by the U.S.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
Too
sticky for you!
As the president's press secretary made clear, everything is on the table. Take a look.
No idea how long I've all gone. We head to the next available area. You really should have known better.
I curse the darkness.
Great job! You're loading up on resources.
And the United States military totally obliterated through Operation Midnight Hammer. And so what President Trump will do next, only he knows. So the world will have to keep waiting.
Your team is ready to rumble, baby!
I'm certainly not going to broadcast any future options or decisions from the president.
There you are! I am finished! You've got competition! Clear the enemies to extract more resources!
Leave me, darkness.
To be honest, I was expecting more. Good evening, everyone.
Good news! You've stockpiled half the resources you need to win.
It's the only award show named after Sydney Sweeney's show.
Hell unleashed!
And for the third year in a row, the award for Best Special Effects went to Sean Penn's face.
You've got competition! Clear the enemies to extract more resources!
Though some audience members were disappointed to find out it had nothing to do with deli meat. That joke always lands.
My body is rejuvenated.
Over the weekend, more than 2,000 anti-ISIS protesters marched in Central Park. Sadly, most of them were immediately mugged by Venezuelan gangs.
The other team is extracting those resources!
Lead them to Khonshu! Down due to sluggish beer sales. Because you don't need beer when your wife's not back.
They're halfway to victory! Don't let them get more resources! Resources are nearly tapped out here, too! Sorry!
Seamless joke. Yes. The U.S. reportedly incapacitated Venezuelan troops with a sonic weapon that one survivor described as feeling like his head was exploding from the inside. What's this about explosive head? Asked one man. known not to try to get in front of a moving car. But she's wrong because the car wasn't moving. Man, she's gonna make people think every Somali who marries her brother is some kind of fraud. All right, finally on Sunday's Meet the Press, Democrat Senator Chris Murphy said Trump has committed 10 times more impeachable offenses in his second term. Healing power.
I imagine you are not alone. That's what makes people forget how tough fighting is.
No longer a joke.
Great
So
job.
interfering with
You're
law
loading up
enforcement
on
is now the
resources.
radicals' version of the Tide Pod Challenge. Same concept, do something really stupid, make sure it's filmed for accolades and attention. It's like standing between Jesse Waters and a camera. They never think they might die doing it. But here's the darker question. Imagine if Tide had been telling teens to eat those pods all along.
The Cosmos hears you.
Explaining how solvents and cleaning agents go great with Lunchables and also cure acne from the inside out. And would they then send reps quantum moves to conduct training on how to chew and swallow their poster reaction online? Seems like Tide would get so cool looking. So, what if your family member does so jam-packed, or worse, at the behest of an anti-ICE radical? Wouldn't you have a lot of healing power? If you go to the extremist groups, those who encourage and train gullible people to obstruct the law and who end up in jail, injured, or worse, these groups are legal entities that can be held liable, including for negligence.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
Isn't just activism.
The Cosmos hears. This was always your team.
Behold the god of thunder! Born again!
Now, I'm not addressing the outcome. Leave that for investigators. And
The other
definitely
team
not
is
for hacks
extracting
like
those
Adam Schiff or
resources.
CNN, who rushed to judgment.
Great job.
heading
You're
toward the
loading
nearest
up on
happy hour.
resources.
But if reports are accurate,
Let's
surviving
keep
relatives
fighting
could
until we
pursue
have a winner.
settlement against the
Another
terrorists.
epic victory.
Tactics like impeding federal agents. Because clearly that training increases risk of lethal encounters. Hell, Judge Judy could handle this case before the first commercial. Now, sources claim Good was part of ICE Watch, a group that monitors and interferes with immigration operations, and she received thorough training on obstructing the path of armed agents. Brilliant. Why not just paint an X on your forehead in the words shoot
You'll need a
me?
top-notch team to
This
win this
isn't
one.
observe and document, it's instigate and escalate. DHS sources say she was stalking and impeding officers all day, and that she attempted to weaponize her vehicle, which lines up with the kind of training tactics used to create catastrophic confrontations.
I will bring
So
peace to this
lawsuits
universe,
uncover
no
training
matter the
materials
cost.
or witnesses come forward documenting the deliberate escalation that would link the training to Good's fatal encounter and other violent incidents. In plain English, if you're running a training program that
In a world consumed by darkness, I will
30
gladly
seconds before you
light.
attack. Get ready.
Now, Border Patrol Commander
Oh,
Greg
hey,
Vivino is in
Spider-Man.
Minneapolis.
Heard
Here
you're
is more
helping with the
of what happened. And as
TRD.
Garrett just reported,
A
this
little,
is
I
the kind
guess.
of scene
I
that you're
can't
seeing
quite
on the
get a grip on
ground
the
in
map.
many areas
Yeah, I
in
couldn't
Minneapolis. So
either.
let this play out a
But I
little bit so
can't
you can
fight
get a
bad
sense
guys until
of
the TRD's
tension
done
in this
and everything
story.
goes back to the way it was. The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Even my cosmic might will not be enough to save this universe.
When I see that video, I'm just curious what your reaction was. You know, how does that feel for you?
Quantum
when you walk
magic.
through there and people are yelling that kind of language at you and you're facing in the face of your agents. And what was their response when you all got back into your vehicle?
May your tortured soul finally find some peace tonight.
That reaction that you saw there at that store is something that is very common in Minneapolis and Minnesota, and we do talk about that. talk about that I want you and the viewers to know is this is an operation contract. We got back from Louisiana. We had an operation. This didn't happen. Violence did not happen in Louisiana. We had Governor Randall, Hodges, and Howard Patrol. But we're here in Minneapolis. Let me give you a statistic here, Martha. Well over 20 assaults on federal office for 3 days here in Minnesota. In Louisiana, I counted 1 for that entire 30-day operation. So a vast contrast. I can only think that Governor Walz and Mayor Fry, you just had Mayor Fry's speech on their response to what they saw in that story yesterday, and for that violence that our federal officers find every single day here in Minneapolis.
If you have a live shot here that
Born again!
You made me do this.
Maximum pulse!
Martha, the situation is accelerating, and again, I go back to the mayor's side, Governor Walz, and what they're saying about that. They're not trying to tamp down violence or anything else. They're actually fomenting violence and ramping the violence up.
We are undefeatable!
Healing out. Person just get out of it. I tried to keep him out of trouble, but he wouldn't.
That is not a person that's trying to run an ICE agent over. You have a person that is
Destiny
trying to protect
awaits.
our city, to look out for our neighbors.
You know what strikes me, and I want to go to the people are apparently in this good mind. They know what she's thinking, and they know what's happening. Even though this investigation is very much underway. Let's play one on one.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
Cosmos heals you. I require some aid. Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Service and is trained, he should know that he shouldn't be trying to get in front of a moving car.
Your reaction to that?
Quantum magic.
And Governor Fry, they apparently are now experts on dangerous scenes out the street now. I'll tell you, it's reprehensible to hear that. We had an ICE agent who did not even know he was going to be in that situation that was confronted with a 4,000-pound missile barreling straight at him. It's funny they don't seem to mention that, Martha. And it's
You
sad
hear her
that
say, let me ask you
they
about
take
this,
that
Commander Babine. I'm sorry to interrupt you. So she says, Omar says, and I guess she's a crime scene analyst now. She's watching this video breakdown. But she says, doesn't he know? He's supposed to have done it for 10 years. Doesn't he know that's not a good idea?
And Martha, what she doesn't seem to realize, or maybe she realizes it just when we talk about it, but he seems now with hundreds of agitators and rioters. It's not just the vehicle that they're up against or one subject, but it's dozens, if not hundreds. So there's a different scene there that they're having to react to, and that scene is 360 degrees around those agents. Very difficult. I've been out there with those agents on the ground for several days now. It can be chaotic, and I'm not going to second guess an ICE agent that was trying to protect his life.
Born again! Maximum pulse!
We are undefeatable!
It is. Our partners there at the Federal Bureau of Investigation are doing a fantastic job, as they always do, to get those facts and put that investigation together.
Let's pick this up real quick. These are 5 images of some of the individuals that were arrested as part of this Minneapolis operation. Wednesday, these individuals were apprehended, according to the reporting here. So you see the names across the bottom, and I'll just tell you that from left to right, we have a child sex assault conviction, registered sex offender, attempted sex assault conviction, attempted criminal sex conduct conviction, and possession of opium conviction. So these are all individuals with perhaps the exception of the second person there who just was not watched. These individuals were all rounded up in Minneapolis as part of the operation that we've been watching.
Quantum magic. Yes, Mark.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man! You get away!
Every day in broad daylight, those ICE agents, border patrol agents are up against that every single day. Individuals, we
Destiny
have
awaits.
members of the community, some of the constituents, fall victim to Walt's private rhetoric, actually coming together as those individuals. That's amazing.
I guess they want this sex assault conviction person living next door to them or in their neighborhood. We're going to talk about this later in the show with our
Maximum pulse!
A lot of the celebrities are wearing these buttons in honor of the healing power. Bless the healing to that, Commander, before we do that.
You know, where the
my step?
for Jacqueline Ningeray, Molly Tibbetts,
Born again!
Officer Singh, Miss Morin, and all those other raped by illegal aliens. What about the Angel Mom? How about an Angel Mom?
Chief
About that, I got a problem.
Second chance is over.
Quantum magic. The vampires must
Good to see you, Miss Day.
We are undefeatable!
Rampant fraud is going on in Minnesota. Their Lieutenant Governor, Peggy Flanagan, well, she's busy making a giant fool of herself. Wearing at her job to stand in solidarity.
My name's Peggy Flanagan. I'm the Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, and I'm really honored and humbled to be here with all of you today. I am incredibly clear that the Somali community is part of the fabric of the state of Minnesota.
The cosmos heals. Trying to expose the theft of taxpayer dollars in that state, including our next guest. Joining us now is independent journalist Nick Shirley, whose video documenting the suspicious activities at child care centers in the state has gone massively viral. All right, Nick, we've had you on this show before. You know, I'm a long-time follower of yours. You've done incredible work. I know you're an incredible investigative journalist on the ground. But I guess my question is this. How much investigating did you actually have to do to find these centers, some of them that have misspelled signs? Did you just find it easily, or how did you go about this? Because it's amazing to me that nobody else besides you saw a problem here when they can't even spell on the side.
Yeah, it's a great question, and I have to give props to the man by the name of David who helped this investigation. He's been doing research for years. I
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Talking about this. So with his help and my own investigation, I've known about the fraud taking place for a long time. Minnesotans have been
There's
telling
still
me
so much
for
to
a
do.
long time about the Somali fraud that is taking place. With his help, we were able to crack over $110 million in fraud.
David has been researching this for years. In your experience or in your opinion, just spending the day you spent out there tracking this down, is there any way
The moon haunts you!
We are undefeatable!
What's going on? Literally, if you drive around Minnesota, around Minneapolis, you'll see daycare centers, autism centers. You will then see transportation companies that have zero child as they have a million. And then you also go in the buildings and you'll be healthcare companies. 14 and 22, the video that I put on X and YouTube. So it is like a kindergartner could figure out that there's fraud going on.
Nick, one of the most shocking things to me in the video that you posted was the reaction of some of the Somalis that you were interacting with. The one clip where they called the cops on you for simply asking about some of the healthcare companies, the 20 healthcare companies that were located in one building. Tell us a little bit about what your interactions were like on the ground.
Yeah, it's